Alright, what's up, guys? So we're watching murders who blame video game characters. Now, I'm assuming, like, say for instance, you play Call of Duty or some shit, you call someone a little shit or some other shit, something crazy, and you beat them in something. You know that one thing when a dude got beat on Call of Duty, it was always a GTA or something like that. Nigga flew all the way from Jersey to Florida just to stab that nigga. That's insane. This generation is moving different, bro. I swear. But yeah, let's get into the video.
Video games. We all love them, right?
Of course.
Well, even if you don't, I'm sure you've at least played one video game in your life.
If you don't like video games, it's kind of crazy to me how you don't like video games, because that's also hypocritical, because I guarantee you it's some type of game on your phone that you don't know that's a game, but it's really a game.
I have some personal favorites like GTA, Undertale, and the Telltale game.
Oh, he know ball. He know ball. My go-to, I'm not gonna hold you, is Dead Cells. I didn't play Undertale, but I do like the playthroughs, and I could play that on my channel if y'all want that. But still, but yeah, I like Dead Cells. Wukong, Black Myth Wukong, that new game that just popped out last year. Peak games, low key. That's my top two. My top one though, I have to put it at God of War 2. Nah, actually God of War 3. God of War 3 was fire. But yeah, let's get back in the video.
Games. Funny enough, two of those series are actually in this video. I'm very glad Undertale isn't. That is a spoiler. Yes, Undertale is not on this list. That would be.
I would love to play Undertale though, low key, but if I like that as a thing, definitely comment down below.
Crazy.
Because I also think Dolce Bell came out too, like a minute ago.
Naming Sans for a killing. But like you read in the title of the video, today we're going to be talking about murderers who went out of their way to blame video games or video game characters. GTA Vice City. You probably remember Vice City, the absolute gem of a GTA game set in the 80s where you play as Tommy Vercetti.
Everyone loves Vice City.
Climbing the criminal ladder in a city full of neon, bad hair, and suspicious white powder. In one particular mission, you literally break into a police station, shoot officers, and escape.
I don't know why, but that camera quality is hurting my fucking eyes.
But on June 7th of 2003,
that
exact scenario played out in real life in Fayette, Alabama. And an 18-year-old named Devin Moore claimed the game taught him how to do it. It's pretty eerie because in that photo, Devin doesn't even look like the kind of guy you'd expect to be a killer. Fresh out of high school, no criminal record, and he just enlisted into the Air Force. He was actually supposed to ship out that summer.
So what happened? Did someone break up with his girl? Break up with him?
Brought him into the police station on suspicion of stealing a car. Routine booking, nothing unusual. The thing is, what happened next was anything but routine. According to Moore's own confession, he suddenly lunged at Officer Strickland and grabbed his .40 caliber Glock. 2 shots, one to the head.
What was the purpose though? Like, did someone like he had nothing to lose if he did all that shit? The fuck?
Officer James Crump heard the gunfire and came running down the hallway. Moore met him there and fired 3 more shots.
Again, this nigga a menace.
Then he walked to the dispatcher's office and put 5 bullets into Ace Mueller, the 911 operator.
Why?
Another headshot. 3 men dead in under a minute. All professional.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. This nigga was moving like that and he didn't get shot. I'm surprised. I don't even care if it's back in the day, my nigga. You killed 3 people and 3 officers and you didn't get shot in once. What the fuck are they training? Oh my god, this nigga low-key a menace.
Level marksmanship from someone who supposedly had never been in trouble before.
Wow.
And if that doesn't make sense to you, hold your breath because what happened next makes even less.
Well, they did say he was going to ship out to the Air Force, so I'm assuming he learned how to.
Later, Moore told investigators something chilling. Life is like a video game. Everybody's got to die sometime. That made his defense attorney Jim Stanton.
Niggas don't respawn sometime though. It's only you only get one life.
Grand Theft Auto. The game, he claimed, created a cranial menu that popped up in Moore's head during that.
All right, real quick though, yo, this nigga's low key on no life. This nigga has, I don't even know what that number is. Like that's a billion. Let me see. Yeah, that nigga has some fit. Is that fit? Nah, I think that's 500. That nigga has $500 million on Vice City. My nigga, get a fucking life. Holy.
Split-second decision in the police station.
I'm sorry, niggas that have over millions and billions of dollars on GTA 5 as of right now. I mean, I could understand because it's been out for 13 years. I can understand now, but previously, 10 years back or something like 2016, if you had $1 billion or some shit. No, actually, no, fuck that. If you have $1 billion right now in GTA, nigga, get a fucking life. Cause bro, you have everything in the game. You're bored. Just get off the game, bro. You have over 5,000 hours on that game, bro. Touch grass.
Combined with childhood.
I'm saying that because I didn't beat the game, but still though, touch fucking grass because holy shit.
And an underdeveloped teenage brain, the violent video game had turned more into a.
Bro, I've been playing GTA. Wow. Yeah, everyone's been playing GTA when they was younger, but still. But I've been playing GTA when I was younger, bro. I guarantee that I did. I didn't once think about, I'm gonna do this in real life. Like that's what niggas gotta figure. Like, don't bring that up to us. Like, no, that nigga just had something mentally deranged. He let the intrusive thoughts take over.
Killer. And boom, suddenly the whole conversation was about video games.
Is he still in jail?
Attorney Jack Thompson went all in, and being a renowned anti-gaming crusader, he escalated it into filing a massive lawsuit against Take-Two Interactive,
The fuck?
Sony, Walmart, and GameStop,
What?
calling Grand Theft Auto a murder simulator that trained more to execute those officers. And to be fair, not that this proves anything, but there actually is a mission in Vice City that mirrors exactly what Moore did. You infiltrate a police station, like I said before, you kill the officers, and you escape in their cruiser.
Okay, and the fuck? It's a video game. It's not like it's real life. Once again, it's his fault that he did that. What? That's like saying, oh, well, I'm trying to think of a scenario real quick. Give me a second. I don't know, but still, but basically that's like saying grass is green.
The parallels are just genuinely unsettling. Anyway, that wasn't enough to gain favor with the judge. He even barred the jury from hearing testimony linking the game to the murders. In August of 2005, after deliberating for just over an hour, the jury convicted Moore of capital murder. 2 months later, he was sentenced to death by lethal injection. He's still on death row at Hallman Correctional Facility in Alabama. His appeals have been repeatedly denied. Meanwhile, the civil lawsuit against the gaming companies dragged on for years before ultimately failing. Before we move on to the next one, I do want to make it clear that I personally don't think video games turn people into murderers.
Monsters. It's something.
Always going to be something psychologically wrong with them, and then like they get obsessed. Like with the video we made before where they blame fictional characters. It's never like the fictional character that's telling the viewer or player
to do that.
You should go do this. It's not like that. Plus, these games have ratings for a reason, but just want to make that clear in case someone's like, why is Tub trying to paint a bad light on video games? No, dude, I love video games. But maybe I didn't need to say that. Maybe I did. Maybe there's that one person that was thinking I was thinking that.
It's always gonna be people like that fucking saying, oh, well, this is bad for people in video, like this bad for kids, like God of War. Oh yeah, if y'all think GTA is bad, wait until you get to God of War, because like that's literally just a gore fest. Well, back then it's a gore fest. I mean, it's still gore fest right now, but like back then it was still like crazy and like heavily detailed. It's a matter of fact, it's still gory games. It's worse than God of War. It's more games like that. Shit, GTA is just I feel like GTA is a standard where you could do like real. It's like it's realistic because of the fact that like you can sell drugs, you can kill cops, you can go with prostitutes or some shit like that. But other than that, it's like, I mean, it's fun. It's fun.
Doesn't matter. Let's get on to the next one. Manhunt. Now, of course, this game is on this list.
That's Rockstar?
By the way, a lot of this list does consist of minors who became murderers, and in most cases, the media doesn't post pictures of minors just because they're not adults and can't really consent to publication. So don't be surprised if you don't see pictures of some people. So next is the case of a game where the whole point is to be as brutal as possible. Like, you sneak up on victims, and the more vicious your kill, the higher your score. Welcome to Manhunt, a game so violent that New Zealand outright banned it. But in Leicester, England, a 17-year-old named Warren LeBlanc wasn't just playing it. According to his victim's family, he was inspired by it.
Didn't Rockstar make Manhunt? I'm pretty sure they did, right? Rockstar made Manhunt, I think.
So, February of 2004, 14-year-old Stefan Pakira thought he was meeting some girls at the local park. His friend Warren had invited him to Stoke Woods Park.
Oh my God.
The dumps, saying there were girls there waiting to meet them. Stefan trusted Warren. They'd been friends for a while, and Warren was older, cooler. I mean, why wouldn't he go?
See, that's why you always gotta be like the wrong crowd and the wrong, like, no, bro. Even like, I mean, I used to hang out with older kids, but like the thing was is that like it's like some cool, it's definitely cool kids that like older and stuff, but sometimes they manipulate you as a younger kid to do shit for them, and like you just gotta watch your surroundings really with them. I'm not gonna lie, but like I'm not saying that you can't be friends with older people, but at the same time still keep your distance, because they will manipulate you in some type of way so they be like, oh, that's not cool, man, you gotta do this is cool, and some shit like that. Don't follow that crowd, because like as you can see, as for them, like this is what happened.
But then, as you probably figured out by now, there were no girls.
Yeah.
Just Warren.
Just set him up.
A knife and a claw hammer. Warren bludgeoned Stefan repeatedly with the hammer, then stabbed him multiple times. The attack was
That's so sad, bro.
And Warren didn't even try to run. 2 police officers found him covered in Stefan's blood, and he immediately confessed. Just like that,
But
a
why did you
14-year-old
do
was
it?
dead, and a 17-year-old's life was over. And according to Stefan's parents, it all perfectly mimicked the gameplay mechanics of Manhunt. See,
Are you
Stefan's
serious?
mother, Giselle Pakira, had heard from Warren's friends that he was, quote, obsessed with Manhunt. The game, she said, had blurred the boundaries between fantasy and reality for Warren. The way her son was killed, the weapons used, the brutality, it all matched the game's stealth killing mechanics. The whole
Wow.
point of the game is to kill and to do it brutally. That's what Giselle told reporters, adding that it shouldn't be something young people have access to. Stefan's dad, Patrick, was on the same page. In his view, there was definitely some kind of connection between the game and what Warren ended up doing. But Warren's defense told a completely different story. His lawyer said this wasn't about video games at all. Warren owed money to a gang, about 75 pounds, and he was terrified. He'd planned to rob Stefan and pay off the debt, but the robbery went horribly wrong. Fear, not...
Wow. So that's really the true knowledge. So this is not even based on the fucking game. It's just the fact that I think he parallel when he played this game that he's gonna do some shit like that. But the thing is, it still had no correlation to the game. The nigga was in the gang, and it's like that one incident where, you know, the one dude. It was I think it was a Hispanic kid and a white kid. Basically, he tried to befriend the Hispanic kid, tried to befriend the dude, but basically turns out bro was just using him so he can kill him. Like, and he used a shotgun on him, and he's still alive to this day. It's a true story, but like it's like that situation. Just sadly, the kid passed away.
Manhunt had driven him to murder.
Bro, bro, it's like a parallel, but like the Hispanic kid wanted to be in the gang, and yeah, that's the reason why he did that. But yeah.
And the court seemed convinced enough and sided with the defense. Despite all the media attention linking the case to
That's
video game
backdoor
violence,
of all hell,
the judge
though.
made it clear that the game played no official role in the prosecution. Warren was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 13 years, not for being influenced by a video game, but for
Only 13 years, my nigga? Are you serious?
cold-blooded murder during a robbery gone wrong. Still, the victim's parents kept pointing fingers at the game, not at the deeply messed up actions of the teen who actually took their son's life. Also, it's important to find...
Man, nah, you gotta... I feel like you should look into the teenager that took your son's life. I'm not gonna hold you, because once again, this is a game. He was mentally deranged for even trying to be involved with the game. Why was he? Well, you should have questioned why was he even involved with the game in the first place.
out that detectives never found any direct link between the game and the murder. But
Yeah.
that didn't stop the outrage. The case blew up and major retailers pulled Manhunt off their shelves. It was
Damn.
already rated 18 plus, and like I started by saying, it was even banned in New Zealand, but Stefan's death brought the whole...
And first of all, it's the parents' fault for even buying buying that person the game. That unless he got it somehow, some other way. His parents probably didn't buy it. He probably bought it himself, but still.
do video
But
games
like, oh shit, that scared the shit out of me.
cause violence debate
Let's get the
roaring
fuck out
back
of me.
to life. In the end, Warren actually got out on parole in 2020, even though the victim's family fought hard to keep him locked up.
Oh nah, I'm surprised he's not dead.
The Walking Dead, Telltale Games. Oh yeah,
How did this? How is it Telltale's fault that bro? Walking Dead is so what?
since I didn't say this in the beginning, spoiler warnings for some of these games. Some of the gameplay might have spoilers in them. So if you haven't finished The Walking Dead Telltale Games, which you
I'm pretty sure everyone has fucking finished the Walking Tale games. If they didn't, they definitely watch a reaction video, because like without a reaction, they definitely reacted to the video themselves of like a playthrough or something about The Walking Dead. There's no way in hell that no one still does not know about The Walking Dead, because you like. I feel like some YouTubers, yeah, they just play just to have it on their channel, but I feel like some YouTubers do, like a lot of YouTubers definitely do know what The Walking Dead is. So yeah, unless you didn't grow with games or something like that, or social media, then I can understand. But still, I feel like everyone should know about The Walking Dead.
should, it's an amazing game. You might want to skip this. This is Nicholas Prosper.
Oh,
It's
he looks like a
gold,
weirdo.
Glasses, yellow bucket hat. He honestly looks like the kind of dude you'd see at a university or working part-time somewhere. But on September 13th of 2024, this seemingly ordinary guy from Luton shot his entire family dead with a shotgun.
Nigga, what? Huh? Why?
Then, he planned to massacre 30 school children at his former primary school.
Wait, what?
Shotgun. Then, he planned to massacre 30 school children at his former primary school.
What correlation does Walking Dead? I need to know this story. What correlation does Walking Dead have to do with this story? What the fuck?
And it all started with a video game character named Clementine.
What the fuck is you?
Yes, probably one of the most innocent.
The only thing I can see that she did was kill that whole pharmacy or some shit when he had to get AJ back. That's the only time I see. No, actually, no, she didn't even kill them. It was raided. But no.
And wholesome characters ever written.
She only killed like 2 people in that whole facility.
In video game history, Clementine isn't some violent anti-hero or villain. She's actually just a little girl that you take care of throughout the entirety of the first part of the game. That's literally it. She's almost like a daughter figure. And then later in the games, you get to play as her. So there isn't the only violent thing she does is murder bad guys.
Literally, murder bad guys that try to fuck with them, or like literally try to like take their resources or some shit like that. If anything, most of the time she just be chilling. Niggas just be coming up to her.
Which you do like in almost every video game, and zombies. Or
literally. So,
as they like to call it in the game, walkers. But for Nicholas, she became something much more twisted. He declared himself, quote, chosen by Clementine, and said he was, quote, guided as Christians are guided by Jesus Christ.
Nigga, what?
And this wasn't some sudden breakdown. Nicholas had been planning this for over a year, meticulously researching mass shootings and studying the hook element.
Oh no, lock this nigga up. Nigga, don't give that nigga parole either. Lock that nigga up for the rest of his life. What the fuck is he on? That nigga's mentally deranged.
Massacre.
Nigga's a psycho.
He specifically wanted to kill around 30 people to achieve a higher death toll than other shooters. His goal was to become the world's most famous shooter of the 21st century.
But why? What does Clementine never shot up? You know what he just said.
But first, he had to deal with his family. At around 5 in the morning that Friday the 13th...
Why would you have to deal with your family? What does your family have a correlation to do with this? I'm so confused now. You just want to kill people? I'm sorry, you're a psychopath.
The date he'd chosen deliberately, Nicholas grabbed the double-barreled shotgun he'd bought illegally the day before using a forged license. CCTV footage shows him carrying the weapon through the Luton Council flat.
He lives in a hotel?
Was to kill his mother, Juliana, of 48 years old, and his siblings.
Oh, wait. What does he look like again? Unless he was like mixed. Cause she looks kind of Native American, and I'm assuming the dad was black. Cause like, yeah, they look mixed. Let me see him again. Yeah, he looks kind of like the mom. But yeah, that's not the point though. You're still a fucking serial killer and a fucking psychopath. They look so sweet and innocent. Like, what the hell? What would it need? What would the need be to do this though? Like,
face. Kyle had grabbed a kitchen knife to defend himself, but Nicholas shot him in the chest from a distance, then stabbed him over 100 times while he begged for his life. Despite his injuries, Kyle managed to escape to the hallway before Nicholas finished him off with a gunshot to the head. But why was there so much hate towards his family in the first place?
The fuck did they do?
In a video he posted online, he specifically mentioned his sister Giselle, saying, quote, her face will be mutilated further than necessary, end quote. And you want to know why? Because she made an incorrect choice in the Walking Dead game a few months earlier. In case you don't know, the Walking Dead game consists of making decisions. That's the whole point.
Yes, it's a choice-making game
of Telltale Games. And that was his reason for doing that to his sister. Also, incorrect choice. I mean, your story can become anything. Like, in the game, you decide your story. So there really isn't an incorrect.
So you need to tell me that you took your sister's life, that I don't know how old she is, probably 17, 18 years of life, rather than a game that you can replay so you can get the true ending, a true story. Are you dead ass? You kill. That's insane. You kill your whole family over a game that you can replay. You can replay the game to do the right story or what. It's not even a right story. It's not no right or wrong to it. A choice making game that you can replay. That's sick, bro. Yeah, that's very. This makes you enraged. Like, this is dumb people like this that shouldn't be like, no.
Thing to do. If you want a specific ending, you can do it.
Exactly.
Anyway, after losing.
you can literally redo it. Like, nigga, it's like, I promise you, the game costs like $10 right now. Like, bro. Matter of fact, I think it's on discount right now on Steam, my nigga. Now you ruin your whole fucking life just to be in a dumbass.
In his flat, Nicholas left around 5:33 in the morning, heading towards St. Joseph's Primary with a loaded shotgun and 33 rounds. But the chaos had thrown off his plan.
Dumbass
Cops were already
nigga.
swarming the area, and the school wasn't even open yet. He ditched the gun in some bushes and hid in the roads for over 2 hours. 2 hours later, he was caught wandering down Framingham Road. Officers saw blood on his face and arrested him on the spot. Nicholas kept saying, "It's not murder." But when police found the shotgun, they also found a hand-drawn classroom map labeled with the words "Kill All." In March of 2025, he pled
This
guilty
nigga's
to 3
mentally
murders and got
deranged.
life with a minimum of 49 years. And to this day, it's still not totally clear how Clementine inspired any of it. Call of Duty.
It's literally make no sense how Clementine started all of this, because once again, Clementine doesn't even do the shit that he's doing. The only thing that she does is like kill zombies, like she kills zombies and kill the people that hurt their group or some shit. But that's about it. I don't know what correlation that nigga got, unless it was some type of correlation where he had to save Kenny or. Oh, that one girl, I forgot her name, but like, you know, that once in season 2 when she has to kill Kenny, or that one girl, maybe that, like,
Warzone. February 16th, 2024. Tooele, Utah. A 911 call comes in around 7:30 p.m. A man is unconscious and bleeding from his head.
Okay, that's not funny, but I could just see I foreshadow it. Nigga was talking crazy and he won a game or some shit. He killed someone he killed someone in Call of Duty or some shit, and after that he won the game talking shit, you know, like the usual trolling and stuff. And after that he said, you know what, I'm not gonna take that lightly. Got the IP and flew over to wherever the flight, or drove over, you never know. Drove or flew, and then just, yeah. This shit's just sad.
The caller sounds panicked, describing blood spattered everywhere, on the bed, the headboard, even the ceiling. When the police arrive at the house on Mill Creek Way, they find a 32-year-old man with a gunshot wound to the back of his head and multiple defensive wounds on his face, hands, and arms. But here's what made the case absolutely shocking.
And sinister.
The person who killed him was his own 9-year-old son.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I don't know if I want kids.
Now, child homicides are incredibly rare, but what really...
Nah, not in this day and age. I'm not gonna hold you. Just a lot of kids nowadays. If you look at the news, there's a lot of kids killing their parents. I'm not gonna hold you.
Caught investigators' attention.
But also, why is the gun now locked up? Unless you told him the code or he looked at you doing the code. Why? This is why you always supposed to lock up guns, and like not even just like for this situation, but just like you know, if a kid accidentally shoots himself or something like that. Well, oh, God forbid that if it happens, but like that's why you always gotta lock up your weapons and stuff. Why is it out? You shouldn't have that out.
Wasn't just the age of the killer, it was the choice of weapons and how
put in
he
a
used
safe
them.
or something.
The boy had shot his father in the back of the head with a 9mm handgun.
Oh fuck, no,
and
this nigga's
attacked him
insane.
with a tomahawk hatchet. Police found the bloody...
The fuck you get a hatchet from? How can you carry a hatchet? How strong are you? Unless it was a small hatchet.
hatchet at the scene, along with the gun hidden under the victim's bed. You could think that this was just some incredible random act of violence, but the police didn't think of it that way, because the weapons and the specific way they were used perfectly matched the boy's favorite game.
This nigga really hit him with... This nigga hit him with a tomahawk kill. You know them tomahawk kills you can get them like Call of Duty? Like the nigga dead ass clipped his dad for, oh my god, this nigga's not real. Oh no.
Call of Duty.
This nigga's a threat. The nigga really reenacted.
Warzone. According to the search warrants, 8 people were in the house that night. The victim,
8
his
people?
son, 2 adult roommates, and their 4 young children. The father and the son had to go to bed early in the room they shared, apparently due to the boy's behavioral problems. Later, the 9-year-old boy came from the bedroom and calmly told the other adults that his dad was bleeding from his head and was dead. The investigators said that this was calculated and very specific. Like, the gruesome and violent methods used were completely inconsistent with what you'd expect from a child that age. Most 9-year-olds don't even know these weapons exist, let alone how to use them effectively.
That's so
This kid was
crazy.
an active online gamer who spent hours playing Warzone, where players regularly use both 9mm handguns and tomahawk hatchets as standard weapons. Other people in the house confirmed that the boy commonly played this game, and investigators believe he essentially recreated what he'd done thousands of times virtually. So yeah, they went ahead with the gaming theory, but that doesn't make it any easier. As far as we know, Utah law says kids under 10 can't be held in a detention center. The court had to decide if a 9-year-old could be competent to stand trial. His defense attorney argued that sharing incomplete info about the case could mess with both the legal process and the boy's future. As of now, his legal status is still unclear. GTA 4. So GTA again on this list.
So it's a lot of it's a lot of GTA. I think back in like a lot of people hated GTA because how realistic it was, and like they try to. It's a lot of games that. Wait, wasn't it like a era where they wanted to ban video games? It definitely was an era, but I forgot where it was. But it was an era when they genuinely hated. A lot of people disliked their video games and they wanted to ban it, and people don't. I don't understand why. Once again, you should blame. You not even blame, you should like dead ass like see into the mental stability of your kid or something, because like them niggas are not mentally okay for be doing that. Like that one nigga that I still don't understand why he like the Clementine one. I that had no correlation at all. I'm sorry, that nigga just wanted to do it just because he wanted to do it, because that had no correlation.
By the way, it's not the last time we're going to be talking about it, but sadly, like the last case, this is also involving a child becoming a killer.
Oh my god.
An 8-year-old boy in Slaughter, Louisiana, was spending a quiet Thursday evening playing video games while his elderly caregiver was watching TV.
Wait, where does GTA 4 take place again?
In the living room. Sounds pretty normal, right? But what happened next shows just how twisted things can get when virtual violence meets real life. August 22nd of 2013. Marie Smothers, an 87-year-old woman, was sitting in her living room watching television when the 8-year-old child...
I don't know why, but video games that look like this now hurts my eyes. It's just, I don't know, it just makes my eyes go iffy.
...behind her and shot her in the back of the head with a 38 caliber
my
handgun.
god.
She died instantly from the gunshot wound. Just minutes before pulling that trigger, the boy had been playing GTA 4 on his PlayStation 3. I feel like everyone here knows what the GTA games are about, but to sum it up quickly like we did with Vice City, you get to kill people, carjack, and generally cause mayhem in the most realistic way possible.
Literally.
At first, the kid tried to play it off as an accident. When police arrived at the Country Breeze mobile home park, he told investigators he'd accidentally shot Smothers while playing with the firearm. But the evidence showed something different. The shot was too precise, too deliberate. You don't accidentally execute someone with a single bullet to the back of the head. So was this just something...
How the fuck do you have an accuracy at that age of that age?
...for fun or out of curiosity? According to relatives and family friends, Marie and the boy had a completely normal, loving relationship. They even shared the same bedroom. She wasn't some stranger or someone he feared. She was his caregiver, possibly
his mom,
his grandmother, according to some reports. So what could drive an 8-year-old to murder someone who loved him? Well, police believed it was the video game. Grand Theft Auto 4 is methodically about violence. And once again, the company found itself right in the middle of a storm of criticism. Take-Two Interactive, the company behind GTA, immediately rejected any connection between their game and the shooting. They released a statement saying the incident emphasized the urgent need for America to address the availability of dangerous weapons to people who obviously shouldn't have access to them. And whose gun was it? Eerily enough, it belonged to Marie Smothers herself. Also, let's not forget that people were completely ignoring the fact that the game was rated M for mature, meaning it's designed for players 17 and older. This 8-year-old shouldn't have been anywhere near GTA 4.
Shouldn't be near GTA 4, and on top of that, you should have your gun locked up. Once again, I don't understand why these niggas think, oh, my gun should be out with my child or something like that. And once again, it's not because of this situation, but say, for instance, they accidentally themselves, but still. It's just dumb. It's just dumb altogether.
Yet somehow he wasn't just playing it. It seems he was also learning from it as well. And just as the previous case, the legal situation became incredibly...
LA boy fatally shoots a 90-year-old? My nigga, what are these niggas... Nah, these niggas are moving. This is 2020. Wait, when was this? 2013. Okay, this thing was published in 2013. Nah, these niggas was moving different, bro.
Because Louisiana law exempts children under 10 from criminal responsibility. The boy couldn't be charged with murder, couldn't be sent to juvenile detention.
Are you dead ass?
Couldn't face any consequences for taking a life.
Because he was 10 years old.
His parents that same night.
So you need to tell me because you're 10, you can't go to jail. Damn, that's crazy. That's okay, a glitch.
Half-Life mod. Natural selection? Now, if you notice, this one does have a question mark in the title. And you're gonna see why. January 10th of 20...
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people like Half-Life. A lot of people... Like Half-Life 2, wasn't that the one where they use a real human corpse or something like that? And that's why it got canceled a lot. But a lot of people still love Half-Life and something like that. But Yeah, that's why I know.
20. Colegio Cervantes, a private school in Torreon, Mexico, an 11-year-old sixth grader named Jose Angel Ramos walked into his classroom that Friday morning looking completely normal. Good grades, well behaved, lived with his grandparents, nothing about him screamed danger. But he told some classmates that, quote, today is the day. Around 8:20 in the morning, Jose asked.
I'm telling you, bro, if I get that call where my weird friend said today's the day or some shit, I'm running out the building. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm running out the
His
building.
teacher for permission to use the restroom. Pretty routine request, right? But after 15 minutes, his English teacher, Maria Asaf Medina, got worried and went to check on him. That's when she found him walking out of the restroom with 2 handguns in his hands. But Jose wasn't just having a random breakdown, he was dressed for the occasion. White t-shirt with natural selection printed
Oh,
on it,
fuck no.
black pants, and suspenders. Does that remind you of anything? That's exactly what Eric Harris wore for the massacre 21 years earlier. But authorities focused on something else, the video game connection. Governor Miguel Riquelme
That's not no video game connection, nigga. That's a live. That's live action.
Named the Natural Selection, pointing to the t-shirt as evidence. According to Riquelme, the boy had tried to recreate scenarios from the game, turning his school into a virtual battlefield.
So
the thing is, though,
you're not gonna put the correlation to the niggas that were holding two big ass guns, and he wouldn't the thing that the other mass shooter did. We dead ass.
Natural Selection isn't even a shooting game. It's a mod for Half-Life that's about killing aliens. So exactly how was an 11-year-old supposed to replicate that? The video game theory started falling apart pretty quickly when
that sounded stupid. This is a dumbass, like, that's something that made me mad.
Columbine shooters Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, they believed they were superior beings eliminating the weak, and Jose was paying tribute to that. But he wasn't done with his performance. When Maria confronted him and begged him to stop, he raised his weapons, a 25 caliber Raven pistol and a 40 caliber Glock, and
how the fucking wait, how old was this nigga?
Fire. He shot the physical education teacher and 5 students first.
I still want to know how old was this nigga to be holding that gun without no recoil, because that's he's still, unless he has some good ass forearm strength to be holding the guns like that. Once again, how old is this nigga?
Sentenced to Maria. She died instantly from her wounds. After completing his rampage, Jose turned one of the guns on himself and pulled the trigger. The whole attack lasted maybe 3 minutes, but it left a teacher dead, 6 others wounded, and an entire community traumatized.
Is we dead ass?
We don't really know if he was inspired by the game or by Eric Harris specifically. Throwing my 2 cents in here, I think he was inspired by the shooter specifically, and Riquelme noticed that there was a mod for Half-Life.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think that he did that. Like, if he was so inspired by like he wore the same fit as that and them niggas, like literally, like he like just wanted to be like them, and you can't blame that on a game, bro.
Of the same name of what the kid was wearing. That's just my 2 cents, though. To be fair, they did find out that he had a serious gaming addiction, but that's not all. His mom had died during surgery years earlier.
Oh,
His
so he
dad
was
a
already
convicted meth trafficker doing time in El Paso.
He's already
and
fucked
the
up.
grandfather he lived with, also tied to drug trafficking, with millions in shady money transfers running through his accounts.
Oh my god.
And it was the grandfather who gave him the guns, and that's why he, the grandfather, was eventually arrested and charged with homicide by neglect for leaving his guns where
Is we dead
he
ass?
could access them. He was also investigated for money laundering and tax evasion with connections to the Argentine drug lord Mario Roberto Segovia, but that's a story for another day.
So what I'm hearing is that it's not really the kid's fault. It's just where he grew up was. It was basically the peak adults he was around. Got you.
World of Warcraft. Notice how this one also has something in the title, and that is quotation marks. There's a reason for that. This guy is Anders Bering Breivik.
Oh god, he looks like a crazy bastard.
The kind of person you'd see at a coffee shop and never think twice about. But
I don't know. I'll think twice about this nigga.
The author of Norway's deadliest peacetime attack, killing 77 people in a single day. He spent the year before the massacre playing video games for 16 hours a day. Now, when most people hear about someone playing games that much, they think lazy basement dweller or gaming addiction, or maybe even
fucking South Park creator.
Gamer. But Breivik wasn't some directionless loser. He was methodically preparing for mass murder. He was using World of Warcraft as the perfect cover story.
What?
Back then, he was 32 years old living with his mom when suddenly he announced that he was going to be spending the next year playing video games full time. I've personally never heard of anyone saying they're making an announcement, saying that they're going to be playing video games for the next year. But anyway, let's continue. The family thought he lost his mind. Friends were worried about him. Everyone was asking what went wrong.
Wow.
That's exactly what Breivik wanted. While his mother was horrified and his sister in Los Angeles thought he was having a breakdown, he was actually planning the most devastating terroristic attack in Norwegian history. The gaming excuse was extremely interesting, honestly. It explained why he never left his room, why he didn't answer his phone for days, why he'd become so isolated. His family bought it completely. His mother even told psychiatrists later that she felt like she was in prison with him, that he'd become unfortunately intense and strange. But while everyone thought he was wasting his life on fantasy games,
That nigga
Breivik
snuck
was
out
also
and was
playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And unlike World of Warcraft, which was just the cover story, Modern Warfare was actually teaching him skills he'd later use to hunt down teenagers on Utoya Island.
What? Oh hell no.
I use the term teaching him very loosely there. Like I said, it wasn't literally the video game teaching him how to do this, but he was learning from it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
the game
no.
uses what at the time was incredibly realistic military simulation technology.
Man, no, this thing is deranged.
For training, Breivik spent months drilling target acquisition, learning how different weapons behave, practicing the kind of precise shooting that would later make him so devastatingly effective during his rampage.
But it's not even
This wasn't
accurate
something he
though.
played games and suddenly snapped. Breivik had been planning these attacks for years. He joined shooting clubs, traveled across Europe buying weapons, even rented a remote farm where he could manufacture explosives. The games were just one piece of his elaborate preparation. When the attacks finally happened on July 22nd,
But what was the need? I'm sorry. What the fuck was the need? You just wanted to kill people just to want to kill people because you thought it was fun? I don't understand. Like, that's fucking insane. You just no, bro.
of 2011, they were terrifyingly methodical. First, he detonated a massive bomb outside government buildings in Oslo, killing 8 people.
Why?
He drove to Utoya Island, dressed as a police officer, and convinced the youth camp organizers to send a ferry to pick him up. They thought he was there to provide security after the bombing. Instead, he spent an hour and 20 minutes systematically hunting down 69 people, mostly teenagers, headshots, calculated movements, the kind of tactical
That shit's actually really sad, bro. Because it could have been some teenagers that just wanted to go home for school or some shit, and then after that, they see a weird ass man just coming up just to pull up on them, just to shoot them for no reason that they don't even know him. That's so sad.
efficiency you'd expect from someone who'd spent months practicing virtual combat scenarios. After the massacre, investigators found that Breivik had been connected to other gamers online, sharing his extremist views and building a network of like-minded individuals. He'd even sent his 15
I low-key think that he should get the death penalty. I don't think he should get a sentence. That nigga needs to get a death penalty or some shit.
100-page manifesto to over 1,000 people just hours before the attacks, including gaming buddies who had no idea what he was planning. During his trial, Breivik showed zero remorse and actually seemed proud of his gaming preparation. He talked about how the holographic sights in Modern Warfare were so user-friendly that anyone could become an expert marksman with enough practice. He'd essentially turned video gaming into weapons training. He was sentenced to 21 years in prison, which is the maximum under Norwegian law, but with possible extensions if he's still considered dangerous. The guy is currently sitting in a
Still considered dangerous, my nigga? He's killed 69 or 70 fucking people in one day. I don't give a fuck, nigga. That's no.
high security facility where, get this, in a really bizarre twist, he actually has access to video games as part of his
Oh, the law system's fucked.
rehabilitation program. I don't know either.
Yeah, the law is fucked.
GTA 3. Now back in
Damn, it's a lot of GTAs. Shit. Oh my god, GTA. This is not looking good. I wonder when GTA 6 come out. I wonder if some weirdo's gonna be some weird shit now.
2003, Aaron Hamill was driving down Interstate 40 in
Excuse me.
Tennessee on a perfect summer, admiring the mountain flowers with his cousin, when their windshield suddenly exploded. Blood and glass sprayed everywhere as Hamill slumped over with a bullet hole in his head, and another car behind them.
Even though I know games improve, I know I would be so bored of this. Like probably because I've seen better now. Oh wait, GTA 3 had 6 stars.
19-year-old Kimberly Bede heard what sounded like a tire blowout
Wow.
until a bullet shattered her hip and
I feel
left
like, yeah, that 5-star low-key look better than 6 stars. I'm not gonna hold you.
fragments in her spine.
Well, no, GTA 6 might have
The police
7 stars.
quickly found the shooters hiding in the bushes. 2 stepbrothers, 16-year-old William and 14-year-old Joshua Buckner. They had been firing at passing cars from a hillside overlooking the highway. And why were they doing this? Because they wanted to shoot at trucks and cars just like they did in GTA 3, they said. These kids had clean records.
This is physically impossible. I guarantee in real life, someone was trying to run them over or some other shit. I guarantee they either got ran over or some other shit.
To decent grades, and lived in a nice house on a golf course in Newport, Tennessee. But both had been dealing with serious trauma that their parents didn't fully understand. William had suffered brain damage as an infant and
Oh my
struggled with
God.
rejection from his biological father, who refused to acknowledge him even on his deathbed. Joshua's mother had died when he was 11, leaving him emotionally shattered and bouncing between ADHD medications.
Oh my
When their
God.
parents married and blended the families, the boys found comfort in each other and in their basement gaming setup. They had a giant screen TV, foosball table, and PS2, where they spent hours playing GTA 3. Joshua's older stepbrother had given him the game for his birthday, and the parents didn't really grasp what they were doing in the game besides crashing cars. If only they knew what the GTA series was about. I mean, it could have prevented all of this.
Yeah.
On that June evening, after playing GTA for a while, Joshua got restless. The virtual shooting wasn't enough anymore. He suggested to William that they go shoot at real trailer trucks on the nearby interstate.
You're gonna get
like in the game.
shot
William,
or
who was
worse,
slower
ran
and more
over.
easily influenced due to his brain damage, went along with the plan. The boys waited until their parents were watching TV, then snuck into their bedroom and grabbed two .22 caliber rifles. They told the parents, Wayne and Donna, they were gonna
Do parents not believe in like locking up their like? Well, it was two rifles, but like, do they not believe in hiding their shit so the kids won't find it?
ride the four-wheeler and got permission to stay out until dark. But instead of actually doing that,
Permission to stay out till dark? Oh no! It was even the headlights. Like whenever I was used to go outside a lot and stuff, instead of just being on my computer, they said the headlights or some shit. Like when the lights come on.
spot overlooking I-40 where they previously shot at pigeons. William positioned
Pigeons.
himself facing west down the highway, Joshua faced east, and they started firing at passing vehicles. After more than 20 shots, they hadn't hit anything. But William had a few bullets left, so he kept firing. That's when they heard the rubber squeal and saw Aaron Camel's red truck careen across the median into oncoming traffic. The boys panicked and ran home, initially claiming they'd been shooting at pigeons that accidentally flew toward the highway. But
Oh,
when
wow.
police questioned them 2 days later during a polygraph test, they broke down and confessed. They specifically told investigators they got the idea from Grand Theft Auto. They thought they were recreating what they did in the game. That confession set off a $246 million lawsuit against Sony, Rockstar, and Walmart. The victims' families claimed the game basically trained the boys to kill, but since they were under 16, they faced juvenile court and not adult charges. They got detention until they turned 19. As for the lawsuit, well, it fizzled out like most cases trying to blame video games for real-life violence. Tried blaming video games in general. This next case is about a basketball game that never happened and instead led to one of Hong Kong's most disturbing, quote, killing games.
Wait,
This was
what?
back in 2018, when 21-year-old Chao Jai got stood up by his friend for, a round of basketball, and most people would have been annoyed and moved on, but Chao's reaction was far from normal. He started fantasizing about dismembering and killing this guy who just disappointed him. Chao had been playing graphic video games for so long that virtual brutality had become his reality, and now he wanted to see what real violence felt like. So Chao invited his 30-year-old friend over to his apartment, telling him they'd have dinner and play a new game together. His
What?
friend, who had a moderate mental disability and trusted Chao completely, agreed without suspicion. After all, they were best friends. What could go
So you really did that knowing that this man has a disability and like if he couldn't make it to that time, you probably know why, because bro has a disability or some shit like that. Not saying that if he has a disability he can't go certain places at certain times, but probably like something came up. So you just kill him like that? Are you serious?
wrong? When his friend arrived, Chao explained the rules of his, quote, new game.
Oh,
He needed
fuck
to be
no.
blindfolded and have his hands tied up. The
And he
friend,
trusts him
thinking this
completely.
was some harmless activity, went along with it. He let Chao tie him up and put a blindfold over his eyes, making himself completely helpless. That's when Chao revealed what his, quote, game really was. He grabbed the knife and slashed his friend's neck, then stabbed him 4 more times while the victim was bound and blindfolded. Blood started gushing everywhere, and his friend screamed in pain and terror, realizing
That's
too late
so
that it wasn't
crazy.
a video game at all. Chao later told authorities he'd been playing too many graphic video games that had given him what he called a taste for violence. The virtual killings he'd been doing on screen had desensitized him to real brutality, making him curious about what it would actually feel like to hurt someone for real. But then Chao's fantasy met reality in the worst possible way. When he saw the blood pouring out of his friend's wounds, he suddenly got scared and realized what he'd actually done. This wasn't a video game where you could reset or respawn.
Oh, yeah,
This was
exactly.
real life with real-life consequences. Panicking, Chao called the police himself and confessed to the attack. Chao was only sentenced to 6 years in prison. Player Unknown's
Only 6 years?
Battlegrounds. Our last case is this 15-year-old Russian
Aw,
kid
this
named
dude looks
Alexei
like an
Maximov,
asshole.
who'd been spending way too much time playing Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. He was seriously obsessed with this video game. But here's the thing. All that virtual killing wasn't cutting it for him anymore. He also wanted to know what actual murder felt like. April 30th of 2018, Moscow. Daria Evdokimova, a 21-year-old university student, was just
Whoa. Wait. Wait. I gotta get the context.
doing something completely normal, withdrawing cash from an ATM. She had no clue that Alexei was lurking nearby with a kitchen knife,
Okay.
planning something absolutely twisted. And just like other cases, Alexei wasn't some hardened criminal or troubled kid with a record. His parents said he'd never been in trouble before. Seemed like a regular teenager
Man, that's some bullshit. That nigga, like, you probably think he never been in trouble before. That nigga was probably do some shit.
who just happened to game a lot. But somewhere along the way, his obsession with virtual violence had crossed a really dark line. So that night, Daria was walking away from the cash machine with the money she just withdrawn, and Alexei followed behind her like some kind of predator. He'd been planning this, not as a robbery, not out of anger, but because he wanted to recreate scenarios from his favorite video game.
Why though?
When he finally attacked, it was absolutely brutal.
Too late.
Alexei stabbed Daria a dozen times in her neck, eyes, head, and chest.
Oh my
She died
god.
on the street. A police officer actually witnessed the attack and chased after him, but
You witnessed the attack and didn't do anything?
Alexei managed to escape. He grabbed the cash she'd withdrawn and disappeared into Moscow streets. But you couldn't
You witnessed it and you didn't do anything? Are you fucking
really
serious?
hide in 2018 Moscow, where surveillance was well implemented. Police used CCTV cameras and mobile phone signals to track him down, following his digital trail back to his family home. And when they burst into his bedroom to arrest him, they found Alexei calmly playing PUBG, his favorite game, virtually
Oh, this nigga a clip farmer.
killing more people like nothing had happened. The kid didn't even resist arrest. He confessed immediately and explained to the police he hadn't really intended to kill Daria at first, but that, quote, a voice inside me told me what had to be done, end quote. Then he admitted he always wanted to see what it looked like when someone died by his own hand. In the end, Alexei was charged with murder. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys like the way I explained this topic, make sure to leave a
Yeah, that was wow. These little niggas are fucking crazy and psychopaths. But definitely like, subscribe, check out this check out Tub. We watch him like a lot of times on the channel. But yeah, like low key, this story right here pissed me off because there is no correlation to fucking Clementine. All of it pissed me off, but this one right here definitely pissed me off the most because, like, bro, that shit had no correlation. So you need to tell me that a choice making game that you can make a choice, but on top of that, if you didn't like the way the outcome was in that thing, you can just restart. You can restart. You can also probably restart your progression and trophies and shit like that. If you didn't like that ending, you could have got another ending. If you didn't like that ending, you could have got another ending. It's replayable. You once again, Walking Dead is like $15, my nigga. 15, 20, like $15, $20 or some shit. You can just replay the game. It's not a one take. You can replay the game to get the different end. And you need to tell me your sister picked one choice out of the game, and that pissed you off so bad that you had to take her life. That shit made me mad. But definitely like, subscribe, share this with your friends, and see you on the next one. Oh yeah, make sure to check out Tub once again, and I'm putting the channel down below. See you on the next one. Peace.